Sleep training. It can get a really bad rap. I'm going to be talking to you about what sleep training is versus what people actually think it might be. Okay, so the main thing that comes to people's minds when someone says sleep training is the cry out method. The cry out method isn't actually a method, it's just letting your baby cry. Every sleep coach, consultant, mentor, whatever they want to call themselves, works differently. I can only speak for how I work with a family. So, with me, you will always have two choices, okay? If crying is something that worries you, because it's perfectly natural to be on your mind and be worried about it. When we hear our little ones cry, we just have this instinct, don't we, that we need to go and make it all better. That is perfectly normal and perfectly natural. And I would never ever say to you, don't ever feel like that. You need to toughen up, okay? That's not what it's about. When you work with me, like I said to you, there are two different methods. One of them, you can be in the bedroom with your child. You can be sat right next to them. You can be touching them, talking to them, whilst you're supporting them through the process of learning to go to sleep on their own. Okay, I do not shut doors on babies, and we do not leave them to cry all night long. Okay, but like I said, that is the initial thing that does come to people's minds when we talk about sleep training. The other thing as well is that some people have the idea that you can't travel, you can't go out, and you're forevermore going to be locked inside your house doing all the naps in their crib and not be able to go anywhere. That is not the case. I like to lay foundations down first. Okay, so I ask for a bit of a commitment from families when we do work together to lay our foundations and get sleep sorted and get their little ones sleeping really well. From then on, I give them tools to basically go and live their life, because the tools I'm giving them allows their child to sleep well for the next 10 years. So with that 10 years, I want you to go 10 years. That is because obviously child then gets older and they're in their teens, and you'll probably have more problems waking them up than actually getting them to sleep. So that's why I say 10 years. But I want them to go on holiday, and I want them to go on days out and spend time as a family, and know that it's okay. And I've given them tools to go and do that and to get sleep back on track if it's gone a little bit off the rails whilst they've been away. They can go to family parties, they can go out for dinner. Everything I've given them allows them to do that. So I don't want them to think that, oh my gosh, we've sleep trained, we now have to be in the house and do all of our naps and have them in bed by a certain time every single night. Consistency is my favourite word. Children love our consistency, okay? But that doesn't mean that we have to put life on hold because we have sleep trained. The other thing is that people don't like the notion of the term sleep training, okay? They say that their child isn't a dog and we don't need to train them to do things. And I get that. I really, really get that. It's just an easy to use word, because going to sleep by ourselves is a skill we all have within us, okay? I, at my age, am not rocked to sleep by my mother, nor am I fed to sleep by my mother. So we can see from adults, okay, and we can see from older children that falling asleep on our own, we can absolutely do it. It's a little bit like teaching our little ones to use a spoon or a fork or to tie their shoelaces. It's a skill that they already possess and have within them. We're just drawing it out and showing them how to use it. People don't mind calling it potty training, okay? Sleep training apparently isn't an ideal term to use. I don't really know what other thing we could use. We could say sleep skills, learning sleep skills. Maybe that might be more appropriate. I think the word train just has a bit of a harsher kind of connotation to it. And so people, when they hear it, I don't know if it just immediately puts them off. So in short, you do not have to use the cry out method, okay? With me, your babies will never feel like they are abandoned or all on their own, okay? Like I said, everyone is different. So depending on who you work with, they use different methods, but it doesn't have to be the the cry it out method. Okay, our babies don't have to scream all night long. They can feel supported. They can feel like they're not alone. You can go and live your life. You can go and travel. You can go on holiday. You don't have to be tied to your house. Okay, and sleeping on your own, going to sleep on your own, is a skill that they already possess. Okay, so it's just a matter of us drawing it out. I really hope that helps.